Shalom, Shalom, part 2.
Yeah,
Okay. Back to it. Going back into W.E.B. Du Bois, the founders of the Talented Tenth, Boule Society. It says he coined the term Talented Tenth to describe the 10% of the black population who were educated and relatively affluent. In his famous essay, The Talented Tenth, Du Bois argued education must not simply teach work, it must teach life. The talented tenth of the Negro race must be made leaders of thought and missionaries of culture among their people. Woo! And that's what we was just going into. Because what did they do? They gave George Jefferson the image of W.E.B. Du Bois, and he just said missionaries of culture among their people. And if you Google, it actually gives you the list and names of different authors, celebrities, musicians at that time that supported W.E.B. Du Bois, all right? All the way into today, where you see content creators, it's all the same. That was the plant, and now this is the fruit of it.
It's Isaiah 9:16. It say, for the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed.
There you go. See that? And who are the leaders? We giving you the first, not just the first two black men that started
that set up the foundation
of your destruction.
Yeah, they set up the foundation of your Boule Society in these colleges and universities, and being a part of these secret society orders, whether it's the police fraternal order, or it's Boule Society, or it's Sigma Pi Delta Kappa Alpha. It doesn't matter. Or whether you're a part of the Scottish Rite or the York Rite or Freemason, which goes into your religion.
Yep.
Take your pick.
And they set it up to appease the people.
There we go.
Jake all about what? Fun, partying, having a good time, gathering,
and being a part of the neighborhood, the community.
Oh,
that goes into the God of Baal Barif, God of the community.
Yep. It says, many black intellectuals echoed Du Bois' radical statement. See, now it's finna give the names of them. William Monroe Trotter, founder of Boston's Guardian newspaper, and Robert S. Abbott, founder of Chicago's Defender paper.
And that's why you got that parade at the end of the year before school started in Chicago. It's called the Bud Billiton Parade.
Okay.
They are the founders of that, and they pushing the lie to our people. And that's why at the end of that parade, they got some guys called the Shriners, which is nothing but some fat-ass Edomites riding in these liberty-ass go-karts with these hats, these Sultan hats, like they from Islam and shit. You know how the Sultans got the round ones, but they also wear the ones, the little flat ones, the little circle oval ones. And they got the star on it, the crescent and the moon and all that shit. And they Shriners. And they be at the end of the parade, the Bud Billiton Parade, where all the kids are singing and dancing, and they got the dance club for the Jakes number and shit. And it's a big thing in Chicago. And at the end of it, they got the Shriners riding on the damn thing. And I'm like, them the fucking molesting, child sacrificing.
Yup. See that?
Bud Billiton Parade Shriners. Y'all can wait.
They can wait. It's about us anyway. Y'all gonna get to see it. I want you to see this shit.
He's the Shrine. He is a class.
That's a class.
This shit is retarded. I wish I could get a better one. Let me get an image.
It's all right back.
Yeah, see? See all the Jakes parade and shit. See, Bud Billiton Parade. And then got the Shriners.
Yep.
Yeah, Bud Billiton Parade Shriners. Y'all see it.
It says both black newspapers took up the banner of equality in their newspapers and regularly lampooned Booker T. Washington as a puppet of whites.
See that? Which both of them was a puppet of whites. And not only them, but the newspapers that was sending you up here to be lynched again But you even gotta go to fucking Canada. Good luck with that.
It says authentic blackness. What is black? Then remember this is from W.E.B. Du Bois' perspective. What is black? At the turn of the century, blacks were referred to among polite white company as Negroes, but the term was clearly used by whites to mean ignorant, unskilled, rural, and southern.
And that's why Jesse Jackson coined the phrase 20 years after that, after they killed Martin Luther King, that no, we're gonna be African Americans. To now give you a status in America.
It says, in short, African Americans were considered all around inferior. Man, Esau be out, man, because that's the same one we just seen yesterday.
Yeah, it's a spirit.
Yep.
It's a spirit.
W.E.B. Du Bois and other young African Americans were angered and deeply hurt by this stereotype. They only had to look at themselves to see how wrong that caricature was. They were born free, were educated, and had little connection to the Southern myth of the Negro. Du Bois himself was a highly educated, Northern-born intellectual who was extremely proud of his accomplishments. As he and his peers looked out at American culture, they saw no representation of their black selves. They argued that it was all impossible to make conclusions about African Americans in mass because not all blacks look alike or think alike or live alike or even worship alike.
God, and that's true. So we got Baruch first.
Okay.
We got yeah. That's why that book is very important. Harlem Renaissance. You ain't get it, go get it. You ain't got it, go get it. Yeah, 5 started at the top and rolled it on down to like 12. Okay. Because this these things. Notice it's all chicks. You ain't notice that in the cars?
Drop by?
Yeah. 90% of the people who roll past was chicks. I only seen like 4 Edomites out of like 30 cars. And I'm watching every car on purpose. Watch this. Just start looking at the cars. You want to see Northern Kingdom or Jake. You want to see a white person here and there. I'm telling you, bro. I'm not bullshitting. I've been watching the whole time we've been out here. Because I want to know this location. Who be in this location? Because, yeah, this going to be one of all the spots.
All right, cool. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, because we can be right here in the grass. We bring this back. We can put our camera right here. And it'll catch everybody walking past us and us.
Okay, cool.
But go ahead, we got it. Yeah, we got us area. We want everybody to see us here and race silly.
Bus that came was bus 4. Bus in front of them was 7. See that 4, that 1 from 4 to 7.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a nice spot. Baruch chapter 5. Okay. This is Baruch 5 and 1. Put off, O Jerusalem, the garment of thy mourning and affliction, and put on the comeliness of the glory that cometh.
I want to jump down a little bit.
Oh, 4. I'm reading 5. So
damn, I gotta look him up. Cause I be knowing where the shit at, but it'll be in my mind in my book. What page is it? 103 or something?
105, chapter 4 and 5, 105. This is Baruch chapter 3 verse 4. O Lord Almighty, the power of Israel, hear now the prayers of the dead Israelites and of their children, which have sinned before thee, and not hearkened unto the voice of thee, their power.
God, we understand the creation and how we got here, man. We know the Deuteronomy 28, and we know, the sellouts, we pointing them out and so forth. We understand that. We understand how they want to be a part of America and all this shit. That's why this got a part 2 coming, because I'm not going to even go into the book Black Labor, White Wealth, right? Because remember, you just read it. He said, Booker T. Washington said, no, they need jobs, right? Not only do they need jobs, and y'all make sure y'all keep track of this too, because we're going to start y'all, we're going to end right around this section, but we're going to start part 2 of this part 1. But they needed jobs and shit, right? We're going to show what happened with that they need job shit.
Everything is already documented, man.
It's already here, bro. We just got it. Sorry, guys.
Baruch chapter 3 verse 1. O Lord Almighty, power of Israel, The soul in anguish, the troubled spirit crieth unto thee.
Come.
Hear, O Lord, and have mercy, for thou art merciful.
Go get them books.
And have pity upon us, because we have sinned before thee.
God, and we acknowledge that.
For thou endurest forever, and we perish utterly.
And that's what's been happening. This ain't been our rest.
O Lord Almighty, the power of Israel.
Uh-oh, the power of who?
Israel,
Right,
Yasharallah.
There we go. That's why we got the 12 tribes of Israel out
Hear now the prayers of the dead Israelites, and of their children which have sinned before thee, and not hearken unto the voice of thee, their power. For the which cause these plagues cleave unto us.
Right, see that? Deuteronomy 28 has been fulfilled. 2 Thessalonians 2, Esau being revealed, the man, the son of perdition, has been revealed. See.
Verse 5, remember not the iniquities of our forefathers.
Right, see that? Because we understand it, so we like, okay.
Yep. But think upon thy power and thy name now at this time.
Right, see that? Stop going reflecting. Get yourself right. You now know who you are and what you did and what your ancestors did. You know you reincarnation your ancestors. Get yourself right. Don't be a friend of the world.
It says, verse 6, for thou art the Lord our God, and thee, O Lord, we will praise.
God, see that? Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah. We don't know nothing about no Jesus Christ. We don't know nothing about no Jesus e Christos. Who the fuck is that? We don't know nothing about no Allah. We don't know nothing about who else they got? Buddha. Ashtaroth. Kemet. Right, we don't know nothing about no Kemet. The Book of the Dead, the Egyptian Book of the Dead. We don't know what the fuck y'all talking about.
If I may highlight something Elder Torah was saying, he was like, y'all got all these different Kemetic gods, and y'all talking about some, we need to come back to the promised land. Why ain't none of y'all gods help y'all get there yet?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Or gave y'all a roadmap, a plan, or something.
Y'all been saying the same thing since Farrakhan.
There we go. The two sellouts that we're going to be going into next. That's part 2.
It says, verse 7, and for this cause thou hast put thy fear in our hearts to the intent.
See that? And to this cause thou have put thou fear in our heart, our love and Hebrew, our mind. What fear was put in our mind? He used Esau as a weapon. Psalms 17 and fucking 12.
That's why he'll drive by you and wave his hand at you, but no, that's a man of war right there. It says, and for this cause thou hast put thy fear in our hearts to the intent that we should call upon thy name and praise thee in our captivity.
Right, see that? And that's why Nate and them got a campaign of making sure you don't go to that name. Mm-hmm. That's what the whole campaign about the name is. That's why Yahweh Shah had 6 to 8 different people come up to different IUIC camps and confound them. Or kept asking them, what about the name? But that ain't his name. So what about his name? And that kept coming up. You notice that?
Yeah.
That kept coming up on different people. 2 different women came up. Some dude came up. Then later on, some other guys came up to another group, but it was all IUIC. Because y'all being shown that y'all in them ranks, that y'all by default is rolling with these guys with that bullshit, y'all held responsible.
That's why
all Jakes.
That's why Nate had no problem getting up there on the stand, the podium with Farrakhan.
Right.
He ain't about to do that with the GMS elders though.
He ain't finna do that, period.
They're supposed to be your brothers of Israel.
He ain't
right?
even teaching the truth. Fuck who he gonna be around. The elders don't want to be around that nigga.
Good.
The elders want him to teach the truth. That's what the whole rebuke everything is about. Y'all teach what was given to us. Now y'all done took some bags and some Judas purses. So them man got agendas. Just like Booker T. Washington and W.E.B. Du Bois, they had an agenda for Esau.
Yep.
And Esau did what? He funded their agenda. Who funded the Rockefellers? That's why the scripture said, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free.
God. It says, verse 7, and for this cause thou hast put thy fear in our hearts.
Yeah, he put Esau on our ass.
To the intent that we should call upon thy name.
Hell yeah, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah. Because Esau ain't playing with this food and this cancer and this forever chemical that he got all around us through the plastic, through the chemtrails, comtrails, meaning chemical trails. all your food with the chemicals in it, pesticides, your fruits being sprayed with pesticide. This man gonna kill all of us.
It's called a silent war. You know?
And them numbers are tallying up.
Yup.
You just released the damn vaccine, Satan reptilian juice on y'all retarded ass. And then double back with another set of reptilian juice talking about, oh, this the vaccine. Man, get the fuck out of here. Then wonder why you got an old girl in the goddamn stove when I made that statement about, well, motherfucker ain't give me no scientific breakdown of what it is. Well, my mom gave me one, and your dumb ass took it, huh? Deuteronomy 30:7. All them curses gonna come upon y'all ass. Man, this bitch got the vaccine in her. I ain't got it. You ain't got it. But she got the memo. But the memo's a lie. Got it.
Right, you got the vaccine. We ain't got to talk to you no more. You irrelevant.
You finished. You an extra in the movie. But when you got the stars in the movie, they got to run into the extras to make the movie.
Yeah.
Only makes sense.
Baruch chapter 3, verse 7. To the intent that we should call up, I'll start from the top. And for this cause thou hast put thy fear in our hearts.
Yeah.
To the intent that we should call upon thy name.
See that? And we called upon Yehovah Bashem Yahweh Shah.
And praise thee in our captivity, for we have called to mind all the iniquity of our forefathers that sinned before thee.
See that?
Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, for thou hast scattered us for reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments.
Right, that's why you gotta pay water bill, electric bill, light bill, child support, fines, tickets. See that? You gotta pay all that shit, rent, and you ain't got nothing for nothing. Parking tickets, none of that shit. You ain't got money for none of that shit. Food, clothing, air, fire, heat. You gotta pay for all that shit. You ain't got shit.
That's why every American is on that American debt clock. You don't even know until you know.
Yeah. And Americans are under the vibration of capitalism to capitalize off each other.
Man. It says, verse 8, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payment.
See that? So that's why you here in America. This ain't your rest. So Booker T. Washington and W.D. Du Bois and you, the intellectual class of us, y'all weak ass.
Yep.
See that? Sucks to be y'all. Esau tricked y'all ass. Because Moses said, hold on, I'm gonna get what Moses said. You finish that, I'm gonna get what Moses said.
It says, according to all, verse 9, hear Israel the commandments of life. Give ear to understand wisdom. Because remember, John chapter 13, or I think it's 14, 15 says, if ye love me, keep my commandments. It says, hear Israel the commandments of life. Give ear to understand wisdom.
See that? Understand where your wisdom at, which is the law, statutes, commandments in the King James Version Bible.
It says, how happeneth in Israel, thou art waxing old, thou art in thine enemy's land, and thou art waxing old in a strange country.
See that? You thinking you a part of these motherfuckers. You now, I'm a veteran. I'm 3 generations in from Booker T. Washington now. And that's my great-granddad. And we was the first one. We fought in World War I. We fought in World War II. We fought in Vietnam and the Korean War.
They want to show you all the scars.
Yeah. See that? That's my daddy's house right there. That's my great-great-granddaddy house right there. Bad right there. That boy bad right there. See that, boy? We still got it, boy. And now you want to come here and talk about this what? Hebrew Israelite. This boy crazy. Do he know how long? I'm at 90 years old, boy. You know I remember when the Ku Klux Klan hit the boy. Stop playing, boy. Hey, tell that boy to take that new shit and to get to moving. Because we finna eat this crawfish and we finna eat these lobsters.
Tell that boy he need to go to college.
Thank you. And educate himself.
What you on the street teaching for?
Right, boy, what's wrong with you, boy? You ain't getting paid for that. Them white folks gonna think you crazy. That boy crazy. See that? Yeah, we crazy, all right. John the Baptist was crazy, right? Remember?
Right.
He ate locusts and he was homeless, right? Mm-hmm. He ain't had no clothes, right? But we crazy though, all right?
It's funny how everybody came to the crazy man for the answers though.
Come on now, for salvation.
Yup.
And what did he tell them though? Get your ass up out of here, you vipers.
Yup, generation of vipers.
See that? Who told y'all to flee from the wrath to come? See, meaning it was gonna get y'all in y'all next generation, nigga. I ain't finna bless y'all today because y'all ain't getting it next. Fuck out of here. We got 2 more verses.
This is Baruch chapter 3, verse 11. Well, 10, how happeneth it, Israel, thou art in thy enemy's land, that thou art waxing old in a strange country, that thou art defiled with the dead, that thou art counted with them that go down into the grave.
See that? You a part of these motherfuckers. You want to be buried in a cemetery, you want a monument, a plaque like this nigga.
It says, that has forsaken the fountain of wisdom.
See that? You said fuck Yahweh Shah and the truth. I'm rolling with these Edomites and what they got going on. Booker T. Washington and W.D. Du Bois and what was the intellectual class of us? You Boule Society members to bring y'all up to date on the fuck we talking about.
And I'm gonna include that 13. For if thou hadst walked in the way of the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, thou shouldst have dwelled in peace forever.
See that? Because you want your salvation, you want the kingdom of heaven. That's peace forever. And one more.
Learn, verse 14.
Here it is.
Learn where is wisdom.
Right here. See that? But y'all talking about we crazy.
Where is strength.
This is strength right here.
Where is understanding.
This is understanding right here.
That thou mayest know also where is length of days.
See that? Because we know Yahweh Shah coming back to lengthen our days because we the God, he's the God of the living, not of the dead. So we ain't finna die.
And life, where is the light of the eyes?
See that? Where's the light of the eyes? And peace. And peace. This is peace knowing this. Hebrews 11 and 25. That's our last one. Yeah, we're going to tell y'all like Moses before we get up out of here. We're going to tell y'all like Moses told you.
Hebrews 11:25, got it coming up. This is the book of Hebrews chapter 11 verse 25. It says, choosing rather to... Okay.
So they can catch the story. It's about faith on what we got.
I'll start at 23. By faith, Moses, when he was born, was hid 3 months of his parents because they saw he was a proper child and they were not afraid of the king's commandment. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High Yahweh than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
See that? And for a season. So W.E.D. Du Bois and
Booker T. Washington,
bro, y'all got a season and y'all converted these people for a season and y'all fucked off y'all salvation. Oh well, y'all did it. Shit, we here trying to get up. And with that, shalom.
Shalom.
Can't feel bad for no sell-ass nigga who gonna play his part 2,000 years from now.